Hey guys. So waiting on you guys to come back in so we can do part two. Leighton is dropping some really serious gems for us, giving us some really good information about payment systems that Jamaicans can use to collect payments online. And Leighton has been really gracious and giving us the tea on all the options that are available to us. So I'm waiting on Leighton to jump back in. Leighton, send me the request so we can jump back. All right, here we go. All right, guys, you see why I actually wanted to have Leighton himself here, because I did a whole research and stuff on Mobile Edge, but when you can get the person who's behind this to come and talk to you, you can get way more information. So Leighton, you are saying that it probably makes more sense to get that Stripe account, because that way you're not losing out because of all the fees that Pioneer
Right,
will
right,
charge you. But I want to ask a
right.
question though. What about it doesn't Stripe charge a per transaction fee?
Every single payment gateway has their transaction fee. So typically there's a small US cents portion plus a percentage. So for Stripe, I think it's 30
Cents,
cents
30 cents.
plus 3.9%. And if your transactions are actually initiated from the US, it's actually 2.9%. There's an extra 1% that they put on for international cards that are being used. So
Okay.
you will find that sometimes the rate will fluctuate, depends on where the person is coming from who is actually applying those charges.
Right.
Right. So when you think about it, so each institution have it. Like I say, even NCB out here, their 4.5% is also coming with a 25-cent US dollar charge.
Mm.
All of them have that flat
That,
US
that,
dollar
that,
charge
that's
plus a percentage. Right,
okay.
right. That's a standard part of the makeup. Right.
So the recommendation with Stripe is that you go to the Stripe Atlas, you pay that 500 US dollars, and that may sound like a lot, but that's a one-off fee. And honestly, it's cheaper to do it that way than, unfortunately, the local options for some people, because the local options are prohibitive because of the cost to set up these e-commerce
Right.
platforms. Okay, so
No,
how you can
you can go. You can. I have another option. I have another option for you
people.
that is even cheaper than Stripe Atlas. Now, this option requires some amount of
Before you go,
trust.
before you go, quick question, and I just remember what I was gonna. When you sign up for Payoneer, they actually give you a US account, don't they? Can
Right,
you use
right.
can you use that?
Yes, that's what I'm referring to. What you do is that you use the US account that you get with Payoneer
Uh-huh.
to set up in your Stripe account. So you use that as the US credential that you use to set up the Stripe account. So
Okay.
pretty much that's what you do in that regard, right?
What's that?
No, there's another option.
Mm-hmm.
There's another option that a number of persons have been exploring.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at it, Jamaicans are not only in Jamaica. You have Jamaicans all over the world. You have Jamaicans in the UK, USA, Canada.
Every
Now, let's say, for instance, right. So let's say, for instance, you have either a family member
uh-huh.
or a business partner
Right.
who is on, or a spouse
Yeah.
who is in any of those markets. They can actually sign up
For you.
for an account for you, give you access to the online banking platform so that you can see your transactions, link it to your Zoom account, and every single thing can be done online without that.
I was workaround
Right,
mentioned last week that if you have
right.
trusted family members are foreign, they can actually, with a social security. All right, them after they're straight people, like them after over there straight, and can they have
Straight, yes, you have to have the social.
number.
You have to have the social.
They have to have
Right,
a proper social security number, and they can open up that Stripe account for you, and they can also open up a bank account for you. Granted, it won't be
right,
in your name.
right.
It will probably be in their name, but they can give you access to the online platform where you can see your money coming in and out. And the beauty about it is, and this is what has happened, every time a payment comes through on Stripe tell you. So they can't,
Mm-hmm.
because you know how much money you're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to have.
You know how much money comes through the gateway. You know how much the fees amount to. You know every single thing. Very clear, very transparent.
Every single thing, and as Leighton said, if it's a inter-American transaction, then the fees are cheaper for Stripe too as well.
Are lower, right?
All right.
fees are lower,
And for
right? Yeah.
Payoneer, it's no fees if it's an American, if it's US transactions, US dollar transactions. No, so
If it's US dollar, if for, I mean,
yeah,
when you
it's like a
for Payoneer,
US dollar transaction, then it's zero fees.
for Payoneer,
Yeah, I think I read
no,
that.
well, remember, Payoneer does not do the actual processing
Mhm.
of the payment. Now, what Payoneer does is act as the bank account. So when Stripe clears the funds, the monies are dumped into your Payoneer
Yeah,
account. So you don't incur any fees to
right.
collect the money into the Payoneer account. Where your fees with Payoneer come
It's
in
paid
is when you're now
upfront.
transferring it to your Jamaican account. Right, right,
Okay,
right.
okay. Fantastic. So that is Stripe, and so that is how you can either use Stripe or connect Stripe to Payoneer, which is probably the easier route to go because once you sign up for Payoneer, guys, you automatically get a US account number, right? Um,
No, no. One of the things I want to touch on as well.
yeah,
Just a little tip
yeah,
that I'll give persons.
please.
Persons will ask why use Stripe. Why go through all of this to use Stripe versus PayPal?
It's cheaper.
Why we prefer Stripe? Why we prefer Stripe? No, well, there's cost, but also Stripe supports the Jamaican dollar currency.
Yeah,
Now, why is that important? Why is that important?
and
Because
Payoneer as well.
when a customer goes online and swipe their card or put in that and run the transaction on their card, let's say the transaction costs
30.
$500.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's say $500, and you have $510 left on your card. Stripe will do the business in the JMD currency and convert it to US when you're collecting it.
Oh,
Um, and PayPal does not support JMD currency any at all.
not at
So
all.
you can't list your prices in JMD
Mhm.
if you're using PayPal. And for some persons, that is valuable. The next thing as well is that when you list in USD and the local and you run the card, what it will do is do their own conversion,
Mhm.
and you don't know what that conversion rate that they're using. So you could easily see something that when you use our local payment process, or sorry, our local exchange rate, and you see the rate is at 135. Sometimes PayPal rate is as much as $10 more than the local rate. The spread is huge. You
Yeah.
understand? So you find that
Oh, the
sometimes
more-
persons are not clear
Okay.
as to where these transactions are coming from when they went online and bought something for approximately $2,000, but it's costing them 2,500. Where does this extra 500 come from?
Mhm.
These are some of the things that normally concern person. Also, when you think about the checkout flow, think about it now, guys, when you're doing online sales, the ability to guarantee an easy checkout is extremely important to the completion of that sale. If the checkout process requires you
Take long,
to
take extra steps. People not do it.
you're right, to take extra steps like creating a PayPal account,
Mhm.
and that won't work. So we have found ways to actually, so I know that you're a PayPal, but we'll bring you to a PayPal page that may ask you to create a PayPal account. We have a way to actually set it up on the website, so actually allows you to process the payment of that check. So you don't have to create
Create
a
that.
PayPal account as part of the engagement, right?
Okay.
But with Stripe, there's none of that nonsense that you have to go through, you know?
Literally
With
one,
Stripe,
two.
you have a lot more flexibility and control over your checkout process,
Yeah.
which then optimizes the throughput rate of the sale being completed, which is very important for online sales.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Also, Payoneer also supports JMD because I was able to link my JN account to my Payoneer, and just about every Jamaican bank account, even JMMB, that's not really a merchant bank. Are they a merchant bank now? I think they're a merchant bank now, right?
Yes, yeah,
No,
they are
they are
much of
merchant bank.
right.
JMMB was even on there, and I was shocked because only for local
Right.
and JMMB still, you know.
And as you mentioned, as you mentioned that,
Pioneer COK was there as a
right, right. I saw the
uh,
same thing with Zoom. I saw the same thing with Zoom money transfer service for persons who want to do a transfer from the US account to Jamaica. Every single credit union in Jamaica is supported on that platform. I've never seen any service that supports so many different banks. Every single commercial bank and majority, if not all, credit unions are supported by it. So when I literally
Mhm.
did a printout of all the institutions that were supported I was counting a page full. When I say a page full, I mean a page full of 3 columns, you know, of financial institutions that were supported. So
Yes.
they're pretty good when it comes to that.
And that's why I'm saying, because of the facilitation, we have so many options as Jamaicans
Right,
to be able to sell
right,
online. And then the frustration comes in, Leighton, because brand Jamaica is such a strong brand, and anything that says made in Jamaica will sell. That's the frustrating
well
part.
said,
It's not
well
like there
said.
isn't already a ready market to sell our products, you know. There is already,
Right,
that's why Jamaican products are so popular on Amazon. Jamaican grocery products
right,
extremely popular on Amazon and Walmart.
right.
The problem is the limitations that we have on us. Because even for Amazon, Jamaica is not one of their recognized countries
No,
to sell on
no,
Amazon.
no.
So you still have to
Funny enough,
find a workaround for
I
selling
saw
in Jamaica.
I saw the Amazon sellers. I don't remember what's his name. He was on your previous thing last year. I saw his presentation at Cool Markets.
Barrington Mackin,
At,
same one.
right, Barrington. I saw his presentation at Cool Market. The same day I went home to say, hey, I need to get one of these Amazon accounts. I could not sign up, and I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed because I was riled up by all the possibilities. But these are some of the things that we have to deal with as Jamaicans.
Mhm.
But as we're entrepreneurial, and we will not give up. You know, we will find ways around this.
Preaching.
And right, and the good thing is that there are solutions out there that we can employ. You know,
Definitely.
maybe it's a good time to probably take some of the person's questions who are
Yeah.
on the line.
But before you go, I know there are other solutions that you offer. You were talking about two checkout. Why did two checkout pull out of Jamaica?
I assume it's because of the fraudulent activity that happened here. To check out when I started, when I even got into e-commerce was
Mhm.
I created an online store, started to sell clothes
Mhm.
online, and just a way of trying to figure out how does this thing work? How
Work.
can we get it to work for Jamaicans? And To Checkout at the time was the only provider who facilitated a clean checkout process that did not bring me off site to request somebody to create an account or something like that. You understand?
Mhm.
And that facility worked fine. However, that was from way in 2015 when I started to do some more research in more recent times, in about a year or two ago. I was realizing that, you know, whilst To Checkout was actually listed, Jamaica was actually listed in their countries that they're supporting, but when you actually clicked on it, it was dull, and it said that you know they no longer support Jamaica. But when I started to look at all the other Caribbean countries around us, every single one was supported: Barbados, Bahamas, Antigua, some countries that are just dots on the market, you know. So when you think about it, scamming and know is one of
Yeah.
scamming and know is fraud, and scamming and know is one of the issues that these persons have to face. And if it is that you know, we are some of the time to shoot ourselves in our own foot,
Yeah.
with the type of activities that we condone, you know.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that there are other options as well that can work for us.
Right.
You were touching a while ago on the other services that we offer.
Yes. So
Some of the other services that we offer include SMS communication services
just a
that we
second.
provide.
While Leighton is telling us about the other services, guys, start dropping your questions. I don't want to keep Leighton too long. He's already been
Yes,
gracious.
yes.
So
That's good to go, right?
exactly. So guys, start dropping your questions now. We're gonna ask Leighton for about 10-15 minutes more, and then he has to go. All right. So what are some of the other services that you offer, Leighton?
Right. Some of the other services that we offer include SMS communication. So when you think about doing business online, there are two things that you need to consider every single time. You need to consider how you're going to get your money and how will you communicate with customers for any sale to happen. When you think about walking into a clothes store to buy some clothes, somebody comes up to you and say, hi, how are you doing? How can I help you? You understand? That's communication at a basic level.
Yeah.
For online business to work, you need to be able to communicate with your customers. So sending automated emails, sending automated SMS messages are some of the things that we do. So we power companies like NCB, a number of credit unions, financial institutions, companies, Office of Jamaica, Hawkeye, to name a few. Power them in many different ways. Provide a very innovative platform that allows you to manually run campaigns, receive opt-ins, and to even integrate with other applications to send messages. So things like credit card payment reminders.
Messages, right?
Right, text-based messages.
Okay.
So when you think about, for instance, promoting your business, let's say, for instance, you're operating a Jamaican craft store and Jamaica Day is coming up and you want to offer some specials, you can simply send out a message to your customers, hey, we're having a 10% sale with the link in that message for persons to then go and buy. So there are ways that you can actually use the text message as a vehicle to bring your message, to bring your business to the customers so that they can then express interest in whatever it is that you're offering. Also, of course, we provide website development services of building out e-commerce solutions. We also do a lot of work around automation. So you have an online business, you don't want to do some of the busy work. You want to automate as much. And these are some of the things that we do a lot of work in SMS, e-commerce, automation, software development, and so forth. So once persons have those needs, they can definitely reach out to us around that.
So you do offer a full solution then. So if I want to set up my online platform, I can come to you and you set up everything, the platform, you set up the payment system. It's a full solution that you offer.
Correct. Okay. One-stop shop. The only thing that we can't give you right now is the merchant account.
Is the merchant.
That's the only thing that we'll have to say. Sign up with this entity to get that account, and everything else will take care of it for you.
Okay. Proud Jamaican says, Leighton, you know the reason behind PayPal and Payoneer not working together anymore? He says that he has his PayPal account linked with his Payoneer account, but I suspect that was before there was a follow-up between these two.
Well, I mean, to be frank with you, if I was PayPal, I would not work with Payoneer.
Because they're your competitor. No, yeah, well, I'm hearing you. I said, I was saying it's because they are competitors.
Right. So so I'm saying that if I was PayPal, I would work with Payoneer because PayPal offers a full solution of collecting the payments and storing the funds, while Payoneer just acts as a mobile wallet for storing the funds. So why would I allow a competitor to come on and keep my and take some of my business? I think that's one of the main reasons why they don't support them. Especially being that what will happen is that they will lose a lot of the revenue from holding the funds. A lot of these financial service providers, they make a lot of money from the money that sits in the account.
Right.
They flip that money and they turn it over and over again. When money is collected in the account, it goes out right away. Then that's less money for them to play with. So I think that's one of the main reasons why they no longer support Payoneer where that is concerned.
Sari Yuko says, I missed most of this, so could you please provide your web address? It's getmobileedge.com, right?
Correct.
Yes,
getmobileedge.com.
And if you send me with your email, I will add you to the Digital Jamaica Live newsletter because you automatically receive all the recordings if you missed it. Okay. What were you saying, Leighton?
Oh, no, I was saying that the person can also just Google mobile edge solutions and then
Kimberly says you can use the Payoneer card at local ATMs. Yes, you can. You can use it internationally because it acts as
multi-links.
Yeah. Can they send a card for local withdrawals? I don't know. Bella Bear James says, can they send you the debit card for local withdrawals? Some clarity needed on that question, Bella. Great convo. Okay. Any other question, guys? Because Mr. Campbell has to go. So now is the time to drop your questions. Shango is on. Shango, I know you have some questions because he's going online with his remote. Shango, what's this that you do? He has a system set up, a production kind of thing for even for this kind of live. He can do a production thing where you have your screen set up and you have your information shown on the screen and it's alive. Bella says for the US account that someone else will open. Oh, she's saying if somebody else opens a US account for you, can they send you the card so you can use the card here?
Yes, man. Of course. Remember, they are simple mailing services now, so they can send out the card. But remember that generally, what you really want, is easy access to the phone. So yes, whilst the card may work, you can also simply do the online transfer. When you do the online transfer with Zoom, the transfer is done same day. Yes, if you have the card, you can also walk to the machine and swipe at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. And also, some of these banks do have charges that come with using the card international. So you have to consider that as well as part of that engagement.
Sure. All right. So Shango says he does remote live production. Shango, I know you said Shango said he's taking his business online and he wanted to find out about hi Brenda, and he wanted to find out about payment system. So Shango, while Mr. Campbell is here, can you drop your question? Brenda, so she joined.
Hi, Brenda.
Brenda, this is our Q&A segment. We had a really lively conversation about, the state of e-commerce in Jamaica, whose fault is what, and what are the solutions that people like Leighton is offering. So if you have any questions, we have about 8 minutes more so with Mr. Campbell, and he has to go. So quickly, if you have any questions about online payment systems and how you can get your business set up to accept digital payments, let me know. What about then, Leighton? What do you think about payment wallets? Do you think, because I personally, there's an Apple one, there's a Samsung one, several people are actually offering payment wallets. Do you think that that's a viable option for Jamaican business, or do you think also cost prohibitive?
You see, it come back down to the same thing. So you collect the money in the wallet. How do you get access to the funds, That is really what it comes down to. So I always recommend that, when you're setting up an e-commerce business, I tell persons, before you even start, yes, it's good to map out your business idea and stuff, but first and foremost, figure out how you're going to access your money, because without access to the money, there's no business.
Exactly.
It's charity.
Charity.
You understand? So figure out how to access your money. What's the easiest way? What's the way that gives you the least amount of transactional costs? Because there are costs that come with these things. I hear persons complain sometimes about the rates that they get from the POS system, the 3%. When you're thinking about e-commerce, you're thinking about a little bit more than that, oftentimes, at least a little bit. And in some cases, persons are paying up to even $10% to get access to their funds, whether it is between collecting from the payment gateway, going to some third-party provider, and so forth. These are things that you have to consider. And that is why, for instance, you will notice that when you walk into a Chinaman store and you say, beg a little discount now, sir, you first ask you, you're paying by a cash or a card. If it's card, you ain't getting no discount because you have to pay the 3%.
Yeah.
If it's cash, then you'll get it. So you have to think about these things. You have to think about how is it that you're going to access your funds after the transactions are complete. That's a very key area to focus on, and you want stability there. I can't tell you how many persons have started with one area, jumped to a next area, and it's just all over the place. You want to have that stability.
So before you go, Leighton, I want to put you on the hot spot. I want some predictions from you. You've seen what has been happening and you said it, and we are on the same page with just about everything you said. I personally do believe that Jamaicans stand to benefit from having a robust digital economy. I do think, in fact, that we are at an advantage as a small island state in terms of our flexibility and in terms of our adaptability. And I think large countries can't adapt and are not as flexible as we are, especially in the digital space. But the infrastructure is not there. The legal framework is not there. I know the Prime Minister is now talking about e-commerce, but I'm wondering if his advisors is actually giving him the full picture of what obtains there. Because we have to think about GDPR, we have to think about other privacy issues. We have to think about what are the legal recourses that people are going to have. Because the reason why people shop on Amazon is because they feel safe doing it, because Amazon has built-in safeguards. They're operating in a country that has legal safeguards as well. So I want to put you on the hot seat a little bit, and let's talk about some of the predictions you have, post-COVID predictions for not just traditional businesses, but for digital businesses, for e-commerce, for this online payment processing. Are we going to see more demands coming for a system to be implemented? Right. So what do you see happening? Given that COVID back, so we realize that no, rotted, we should be digital.
Right. Well, you see, as an entrepreneur and also as a visionary, these are some of the things that I have to look at for my business, and how is it that we help customers? Where is the business going? What is happening next? And one of the first things I will tell you is that coming into COVID, we had about 54% internet penetration. Mm-hmm. I expect after COVID, they should be hovering around the 60. If we're not there, we should be at least close to 60, because that's the person like Flow offering unlimited broadband services, for educational services. A lot of persons are now moving online. So the first thing that we expect from this crisis is that there's going to be a boost in internet penetration. That means that more persons will be online to be able to do the business online.
Does that mean
The
better
second thing,
connectivity as well? Not just a boost, but better, more stable connectivity?
I think with more persons being online, the networks won't have a choice but to step their game up. Jamaicans are around to cost them when they're not going good. So they won't have a choice but to meet that demand, you know.
Maybe a new
The next thing,
competitor?
repeat.
Maybe a new competitor in the market?
I know of somebody who is trying to enter. I will get into that until it comes to fruition. But I also know of others who have actually acquired license and not yet shown their face. I'm not sure why they have not shown their face as yet. Because we work in the SMS space, we have close relationships with the networks.
Yeah.
And we are also privy to a lot of information about new happenings and new communities.
Yeah. Don't compromise yourself.
But the market is small.
Yeah.
The market is small and competitive. So I'm not really sure if there's room for a third, but we'll see what happens. But going back to your initial question around predictions around COVID and the impact of it, the next thing that we're going to find is that a lot more businesses will be moving online. Why? Because during COVID, the first movers, because in any market you always have the first movers, the early adopters who are out the blocks once there's a need for innovation. The first movers have already moved or are now moving. After COVID, you'll find that for persons who have not yet gone online to compete effectively, they will have to go online in order to compete. And that will also then breathe a different level of energy within the entire digital ecosystem. Because while I was on the webinar on Tuesday, a person were asking, what are the opportunities for writers? Content is king right now. Persons who write content right now, even for instance with Mobile Edge, we need to get out there with more content, because what you find is that persons, we generate a lot of leads through searches and so forth. Yeah. And that is why when you were searching for whatever it is that you were searching for, which is not even related to what we offer, we were popping up because we invest a lot in that space. Yeah. And what you're going to find is that writing content is one of the things that definitely increases your ability to get ranked and ranked efficiently. I have pieces of content that have been written from as far as 2017 that is driving more leads to my website right now than even ads that we're running. Yeah. You know, so that's the next thing as well. There's new life being bred in the digital economy. So you find that digital services will become will be in more demand after COVID. Yeah. You know, so there's the internet penetration. There's more business going online, and I anticipate that with this upsurgence of businesses now looking at how can we get online, because what you're finding is that the traditional sector, these guys love to remain traditional. Teaching, banking, these are persons who they only look for innovative solutions when there's a problem. You understand? And when you find these persons out there hunting these solutions, what it really means is that the entire nation is having that conversation around how is it that we can get online. You hear the Prime Minister speaking actively about getting persons moving online, getting used to this new norm. If COVID continues until even as far as September, I guarantee you that we're going to see a significant shift. Up to earlier this evening, a friend of mine was actually introducing an opportunity to me. I was saying, how you keeping well, how COVID affecting, and he's into graphic design. I said, well, Leighton, you know how it is with us digital guys now. Once you're in the digital space, COVID is not affecting you in any way, shape, or form. It seems, yeah, it's not. I won't say it's everybody, as you rightfully say, because we are impacted negatively in some ways, although we are also being impacted positively in other ways. You understand? Because the simple thing of not being able to pick up the directions, go through it and pick up the phone and call the office and try to get to the marketing manager for our company is proving prohibitive right now. And when you think about the entire sales approach, those things will definitely impact you. But overall, I expect that there's going to be a huge uptake in digital services going forward simply because of the amount of business that have gone online. A lot of times persons think that going online is something that you can just set, automate, and forget. No, you're going to find that you have to be relevant, you have to continuously develop on those services. And what will also happen, and what is also happening, repeat that?
No, I'm saying you have to be consistent, you have to be new, you have to be fresh with your content.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to iteratively develop your online business just like you are doing in your offline business.
Exactly.
Nobody builds Rome in one day. Every single business start very small and then grow. Website is the same thing. It's no different because a replication of the offline business online. You have to start, and we recommend that persons don't try to build the ideal website in the first go. Start small and then build as you go along. But with that approach, of course,
and build out.
Right. With that approach, of course, you'll have to look at iterative development. So you're going to have to look at your messaging. So the person who is writing for your website will have to do work. The person who is doing videography, photography, all of that. You know, there's an entire ecosystem that is going to be significantly developed from this whole COVID experience.
But can you niche down? Can you talk about niching down now? Because even though online is going to become the thing, if you are not providing comfort, necessity, or convenience, you're still going to find yourself kind of on the outs. So can we talk about some of the particular niches and industries that you think is going to boom? I did a prediction on that, and definitely e-commerce. E-commerce has been riding this wave like, you know. So I know definitely e-commerce. I know definitely you're going to see a resurgence in the blogs, because blogging is one of the best ways for people to find you. You can put in your keywords, you can do all of that. So I know there's going to be a research in blogging. I know influencer marketing is going to get an uptick, because now more traditional businesses go online that were not online before. They're unfamiliar with the online community. We don't want them come and give them a sales pitch, but who are already involved in special interest groups and who are following certain people. So they're going to be reaching, if them smart, they're going to be reaching out to these people to say, hey, let's see how we can partner for you to push this thing for me. So I think, and I already see it happening. I know CPJ is doing it heavily, Mailpack is doing it, everybody's getting in on the influencer marketing thing now. But what are some of the other industries? And of course, entertainment. Entertainment has not slowed. So what are some entertainment and events?
Right. Funny enough, the industries that I think, again, if COVID hangs on long enough, the industries that are going to be moving in that direction are very much some of these more traditional essential service providers. Essential service providers, right? Like medical, like in the medical field, you see persons like MD Link take off significantly during COVID.
Yes.
And I have done other projects similar in various ways, whether it be for doctors, but I didn't even know dentists could offer consultations online. I have lawyers coming to me looking at Leighton. How can I book my consultation online, have the customer pay before actually sitting down with the customer? Because we don't want somebody to get us going into our office, and when we go there, sit down, the customer cancel on us and waste our time. So a lot of persons
online without having to.
Right, a lot of persons from the essential services, whether it be medicine or otherwise, are definitely looking at going online. I know as we've seen a different uptick going on with the whole entertainment with online TV. I remember when I saw Instagram bring out their live feature, I said to somebody, listen, this thing is going to revolutionize the way how people connect with live events and so forth. And if entertainment is definitely one of those things that are coming out a lot in the COVID period. So I would say definitely some of the essential services. Also, I saw a report recently that spoke about some of the businesses that are growing or booming during to consider for this people.
Delivery services in general, and this is why I'm saying I love us so much. I think Jamaican people are the best people in the entire world, because when we say our delivery people, them have stepped up to the plate, man, and literally swinging First of all, Leighton, how long have we been telling KFC that they need to be delivering food to people? And KFC,
Alright.
they with dog mind because they have them long lines on a Friday and they have turn up in them place for 3 hours. Come on, you smell like chicken. Wait for the local food.
Right.
All of a sudden, no big announcement. 7 Crave. You know how long 7 Crave been delivering KFC? 7 Crave, right? So many other places now. Look at Price Mart. Price Mart never used to offer you a delivery service, and no mail.
Everybody's offering delivery.
So I'm saying our delivery people have really, really stepped up
Yeah.
the plate, and
So,
they're
so
going
in a sense, what you're seeing, you know,
winners of this COVID race.
right? So in essence, what you're saying is that the persons in the traditional sector, I said essential service, people need to live. So anything that focuses on people living, you're going to see a serious boost
Yes.
in those persons now offering their services online. Just a matter of just surviving, meaning survival mode. Persons have to either adapt or die. You have no choice in the matter at this point in time. You know?
Necessity, convenience, or comfort, because what you're also finding is more online spaces for people who need therapy, because this thing is stressing people out. So people who need financial therapy, people who need therapy for their mental health situation, people who need physical therapy. I see our gyms are now on YouTube doing gym sessions via live on YouTube or live on Instagram. But not only traditional services though, because some of our establishments, them so hard-headed that them still. So if you as a small brand can come in now and take over where some of these people are leaving off, or come in and provide some of these essential services, then you can get in on the money as well, because they're all, if as I said, you're agile because you're smaller, so they're going to be slower to adapt to the online space. And it's not because them don't have the money, you know, or the big fancy marketing team. Is because they never had a presence to begin with, and to build a presence in the online space, as Leighton said, is not an overnight thing. It takes a lot of work, which is why I'm talking about, if you want to become an influencer, now is a good time to start talking. They need you to help them make that transition into the online space, right? So if you can come and provide some of these essential services, provide some of these necessities, make people life a little bit easier, then you can also get in on the money. Guys, I don't see any more questions. Shango says he's trying to set up his online thing. Shango, reach out to Leighton. Leighton, your handle on Instagram as well, Leighton.Campbell or Leighton_Campbell.
Leighton_Campbell.
Reach out to Leighton Shango, Leighton_Campbell, and I'm sure you guys can work together to make something happen. Guys, if you have no more questions, then I'm not logging up, but Mr. Campbell has to go. He's already gone way over the time when we beg him, and I'm extremely grateful, Leighton. But you see how these conversations can, because this is such a hot button topic. People,
it is.
I know that COVID is happening, and even the Prime Minister is talking about it. I'm hoping that push from him. I was surprised when he said that he didn't realize that the Jamaican or systems or core systems were so paper based. I was like, you didn't know. Okay, all right.
I mean, you can just look at the amount of cash. The amount of cash in the society speaks about the paper-based nature of the society.
All right, no. All right, what we keep saying no, but no. So I want to see from the government a plan of how, because Campbell and heads of state have been talking about digital economy for about 10 years now, and they've never been able to agree on nothing, which is act for our situation here, so now our CARICOM situation. Them never agree on nothing yet. But I'm wondering if now that they realize that, oh shit, we are not prepared for a global crisis. Our business sector is not prepared. We don't even do crisis planning in our businesses in Jamaica anymore, which is strange because we're prone to natural disasters out here. So you think we would have been better prepared. But because we're not agile, and one of the predictions I made lately, you can tell me if I'm onto something here, is that you're going to see more omni-channel business models now, where it's not just a brick and mortar, but they also have an equally strong presence in the digital space. So should a shop fall down, them can make an easy transition to the digital space.
I think a lot of it comes down to education, knowing what works, what won't work. I'll give an example of persons that we've been working with companies like NCB for a very long time, and even them, we find that the big companies themselves will start just like the small companies, tiptoeing. You know, so it's like you see a puddle of water and you think it might be cold, you think it might be hot, you're not sure. So you put your toe in there first and you see how it works. and then you take put in the rest of toes, and later down the line you feel like you see that the entire body is submerged. That is how the businesses are treating it. They are very cautious about it because they don't understand the return that they will get on their investment. And that is typical of how it goes. So what COVID is doing is forcing persons to understand how this thing works. You know, in some instances, I see where persons who have had traditional business who are very old reaching out to their children to say, hey, because I'm talking to persons from overseas who have parents who have business locally. And it's the kids who are sometimes getting the implementations done on behalf of their parents because they just don't understand what it takes and how this thing works.
Yes. Yes. That's absolutely true. And we need to use a lot more data. Leighton, talk to somebody now, you know, people. Tell them so them need to use data now. Jesus Christ. It's like we're fly blind. And instead of them
well, I see blue that in the market making some moves where the data and data insights are concerned. So, you know, we expect that overall as we get more and more into this thing, persons like myself and Blue Dot and the other types of technology companies who are here to provide this type of support, you know, we'll delve deeper because we're not going anywhere. We're only trying to get better and better at this thing, you know?
Yes, definitely. All right, Leighton, thank you so
yes, and thanks for having me. I really appreciate it as well.
What was that?
I said thanks for having me. I appreciate it as well.
Really, I'm so pleased, I suppose, because you validated a lot of what I've been saying. Because sometimes I can seem like a crazy lady sitting here right. about these things, but when you're in the digital space and you're seeing these things, you're going, "Come on, guys, seriously!" When you see people getting excited over 20-year-old technology, Leighton.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, we can now do online classes. Yes, since 1998. Right. Come on. I'm happy that guys like you are in the space and that you guys are doing some amazing things. So thank you, Leighton. You can sign off. If you want to, but if you have to go, we can.
All right, cool. Thanks again, guys. Good night. Take care.
Bye, Leighton. All right, guys. All right. That was a fantastic conversation that I just had with Leighton. I am so glad that I actually waited to talk to him because I've been trying to get in touch with him to talk to him. I'm so glad that I did. But there's a part 3 to this conversation because, guys, there's so much happening in the digital space now. COVID kick all the people straight to them face like, "Aya," you know that song, "Aya, my future kills money." Literally, that is what is happening. Right? So I'm going to take this conversation one step further and we're going to actually now put to test my predictions. And one of my COVID predictions was that NIDS is going to come back on the table. So I'm going to have a conversation with a gentleman by the name of Fillmore Johnson on Sunday. He's the guy that built out the Cool Market platform, and he's also the one that built out Cool mobile money app. So he's very, very knowledgeable about software and technology and all that. And we're going to have a conversation because we had a private conversation. We're talking about needs, and I'm like, okay, but needs have issues, whatever. And he was giving me some reasons why he thinks needs should be a thing. And I was like, okay, come and talk to the Jamaican people and explain to them what this thing is about. So on Sunday at 1 o'clock, because now Digital Jamaica Live is now going for 2 days, Sundays and Thursdays. So at Sunday at 1, we're going to be talking to Fillmore Johnson. He's a software developer and engineer globally. He works a lot with Jamaican. He's Jamaican, but he lives overseas. And he's going to come talk to us about his online payment system, about other options that we may have, about needs, and about his projection, because he's Jamaican and he lives overseas and he works in China, he works in the Asian market, and he works in the European market. He has a better understanding and he can better juxtapose something for us to say, okay, what is the global digital response looking like? What he thinks is going to happen post-COVID and what is happening now, and how Jamaicans can jump on a lot of the opportunities that are being created globally that we're not thinking about, that he has privy to. So join me on Sunday at 1 o'clock. You will see the notifications comes out. If you are a member of the Digital Jamaica Live crew, you would have already automatically gotten this. Well, not already. You will automatically get the updates. You know who's talking. You know what the conversation is about, and you will automatically get copies of the videos, because if you missed the live or if you missed previous lives, you'll automatically get copies of the videos and show notes if I had any at the time. So guys, if you don't have any question for me, and if you don't have anything else that you want to talk about, I'm going to jump off. Remember that, guys, if you're a small business or a small brand and you have services that you are offering that you want people to know about and you want to support, send me a DM and I'll make sure that I'll bring it up on the lives, both on Sunday and on Thursdays. So you can get a little time. You can jump in the comments, drop your information, drop your handles so people can go and follow you as well. We need to be supporting each other during this time. Listen, I'm a collaborator. I am not a competitor. I'm a collaborator. I believe in collaborations because if we come together and work together, we can all eat a little food, don't? Yes, so jump in my DMs. Also, make sure you sign up for the boot camp, the Kingston Creative Hub boot camp that is starting on Monday, and yours truly is a presenter. I'll be presenting on 6 workshops, online presence and digital marketing, and I'm teaming up with Monique to co-present on these workshops. We have a whole heap of goodies and giveaways that we're going to be giving to you guys. And if you are a participant in all 6 of our workshops, at the end of it, we have a major special surprise for you guys. So make sure you jump on that. Make sure you're prepared. Come Monday morning for go back to school, go learn about branding and marketing and platforms and content. We bring in the sauce. Okay, so that's definitely gonna be good. So guys, thank you so much. If y'all ain't got no questions, I got to go. I signed up already. Okay, great, Shani and signed up already. Even if you don't think you need it, because you know everything already, jump on and see what's happening. There are 6 different workshops that's happening. Ingrid Riley's a presenter at one of these workshops. Some of they have really a solid lineup, myself included, presenter lineup. So even if marketing is not what you're interested in, an online present, they have like 4 more workshops that you can choose from. E-commerce is a workshop that they also have. Sign up, go to the workshops, guys. If it's free, just put it on right up here, do something as you listen to our go and you ask some questions and you get some things answered. Guys, you see now when everybody are giving them things are for free and the banks are dash your money on digital platforms and are dash your money on training and are dash your money on workshop, you better take advantage of the freeness, because you see after COVID, our workshops are going to get expensive. These kinds of boot camps are gonna get expensive. So me was who know. I'd take advantage of the freeness from now, learn all me can now, so and build relationships now. So post COVID, we just a show out. All right. So that's my little mini lecture, and I gotta go, guys. So I will see you guys on Sunday at 1 o'clock for that neat conversation and that global perspective on e-commerce and digital payments, amongst other things. Oh, at 1 o'clock, no, sorry, that's 2 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, guys, I'm going to be on with Michael Clear. Oh my God, you see when you have too much people to talk to. At 1 o'clock, I'm going to be on with Michael Clear, and Michael Clear is going to be talking to us about SaaS, which I think is Solutions as a Service. That's what SaaS stands for. And he's going to talk to us about why SaaS is a business model that we need to be looking at right now. Not solutions, software as a service. Why SaaS is a business model that Jamaican brands need to be looking at right now, because that may be one of the ways that we can ride this thing out. I sign up for all 3 levels. You have my 100% support. Hey, Shauna. Hey. So he's going to talk to us about SaaS, why it is important, why Jamaican businesses should be looking at that model. So that's at 1 o'clock, and then at 2 o'clock, I'm going to have Phil on. So that's a double session on Sunday because we have a lot to talk about. So I want to make sure someone come with a little juice and a little snack. I want a pen and paper because we're giving away a ton of information over here. All right, so I literally have to go now because I've been talking for an hour, almost 2 hours. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming. Later.